Hey guys, 0x here, and I've just finished adding Turbo Kart Racers to the list of supported game modes on my leaderboard bot. Now what that means is we can generate fancy leaderboards like this in my Discord. Quick disclaimer, it's not available on any other Discords right now, simply because it's still in development. So if you want to access any of these leaderboards, then you've got to go down the description of this video. You're going to see a link to my Discord and you can join there. In the near future though, we hope to expand it to a public bot that anybody can add to servers. That said, a lot of you guys are probably unfamiliar on what the Leaderboard is if you're watching this. So there's two main functions to this. There's adding people to the database, which you guys can do as well as I can do. Anybody can do it. And then we've got how to generate the leaderboards. Now for how to generate the leaderboards, I'm going to show you guys how to generate them and then which ones are available specifically for TKR. This video is specifically made for TKR players who care about the TKR leaderboards. So let's go over that. Now, adding players to the database is very simple, and it's actually a really required feature because by default, the database is empty, so there's no people in the database. You see here that there's 10 people right now on these leaderboards. These are because I added, I believe, the top 50 or so off of Plank leaderboards. But if you want more people on the leaderboards for page 2, page 3, page 8, 9, etc., then you guys have to add those people. I don't add those people. Now, you are required to have some minimum stats. You got to beat some thresholds for every stat for that stat on your account to be stored in our database, just so that we don't flood it with like alt accounts that have 0 stats, stuff like this. But it's very simple. So let's say I want to add a new player. Let's say C. Fan wasn't already in the database. He wasn't on the leaderboards, and I say, I want him on the leaderboards. I don't think he's already there, or I want to update his stats or whatever. That's how I do it. So you're going to go into either commands 2, commands 3. You're going to do asterisk or star s space. And this is the stats command. So our prefix is the asterisk or the star. And then S for stats. You can also just write out stats if you wish, but we're going to do S. And then we're going to do his name. So C Fan. And then you're going to write TKR because we also support many other game modes. Now, when we do this, we're going to press enter. You're going to see it deletes your message, doesn't say anything. That means it worked. Now, if it didn't work, it'll tell you that it didn't work. So just know that if it just deletes it like this, that means it worked. That confirms that it worked. Now, if we want to generate leaderboards, very simple. So you can see here how I generated it already. So we're going to do star LB, or you can write leaderboards out, but we use a lot of shorthand terms here. And anytime I write TKR, you can also write Turbo Kart Racers, but that's no fun. So we're just going to write TKR because it's a common shorthand. I'm going to do star LB space TKR space and then whatever the leaderboard is. So let's say we want to do gold trophies. It's written like this. We're going to press enter and you should see it'll ping me. There we go. With the gold trophies leaderboard. So this is the current leaderboard. I believe it's exactly the same as if you go in game and look at the leaderboard that is in the classic games lobby. However, we can also get page 2. I'll show you guys how to do that. So let's say I want to get page 2. You're just going to do the same command and page 2. You add a 2 at the end and it'll fetch us page 2. Now you might be wondering yourself, what are all the leaderboards that we can access? I've got a list for you. Now this list doesn't look very clean. This is the coding background for the bot. You don't have to know how to code, just look at it and you can generally get an idea. Now you'll see a list of Turbo Kart racers here with a ton of stuff in it. These are all leaderboards, so every line here is a different leaderboard you can generate. Now, ignore the second half here. We're just looking at this first word within quotation marks here, okay? So this first little thing here. So you can do wins, you can do gold trophies, you can do silver trophies, bronze trophies, the amount of coins that someone has picked up, the amount of boxes which contain items that someone has picked up, laps completed, bananas that you've hit, bananas that you've dropped, and how many blue torpedoes have been used on you while you're in first place to hit you. Your current Grand Prix tokens amount, how many games you've played, length packages, which is like a special one that a lot of people don't care about, but some specific people do, so it's in there. If you don't know what it is, don't care about it. Don't worry about it. And we've got some tournament stats, so you can do, let's say, tournament coins picked up. How many coins people picked up in the tournament. You can go ahead and check this out. You can see if I transfer back over here, we can do LB, TKR, this, and then when we press enter, it should show us how many coins the top players in the tournament picked up. Now, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to keep it as short as possible, and just know that the link to join this Discord is down in the description. Feel free to add as many players as you want. We don't have any limit to how many people can be in the database. Our current max page count is page 100. So that's the top 1,000 players. But if we have more than 1,000 players in a certain database, then it's very easy for me to increase that number if you guys wish. Anyways, I've been 0x26e. We just finished adding TKR stats, and I'd love it if you guys could come and check it out. Peace.